Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, let's ask the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, so in the course of my software developer career, I've been to a lot of job interviews, right? Loads of them. And one of the questions that always keeps coming up, and one of the questions I always hated was, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, so Eric, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And the reason I always hated it was not because I thought it was a stupid question. I get why they were asking it. But I always thought it was a very personal question. Because for me, the answer was never, I'll be working for you. Like, I always knew what the right answer was. The right answer is, if you ever get that question, if you go to an interview, is I want a position where I can grow and mature as a software developer. That's the right answer. But the one you're actually thinking in your head is, dude, I hope I'm not working in this place. So that's why I always hated that, right? I think that a lot of us think about that. Where are we going to be in 5 years? I think about this question all the time. In fact, one of the things that motivates me the most to get up in the morning and to actually push forward and get off my lazy butt when on the days where I'm really, really lazy is I think about, where am I going to be in 5 years? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be exactly the same as now? I would hate to think that 5 years passes and I'm still, Overpass is still the size that it is. It still has the same revenue that it does. I'm still talking about one day I'll get bigger. So I'm always trying to push the envelope forward and do new things. And I think the reason that question is a good one in interviews is because it shows the type of person that the candidate is. So I think there's basically three types of people who answer it. There's some people who know exactly what they want and they're making plans for it and they're working towards that future, and they may get knocked off schedule every so often, but they keep going for it. They have a clear vision of what they want in their head. And then there's people who they don't particularly know what they want, but they know they want something better, so they're always trying new things. They're keeping avenues open. They're not shutting anything off. They're open to improvements and they're trying new things and they're always battering against the gates, and I love that. And then there's other people who just, they want things to be better. They hope things will be better, but they pretty much expect them to be about the same. And this is one of the things when you start getting into the different mentalities where you forget that other people don't think the same way that you do. You talk to somebody, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I mean, it wasn't like a business owner or a software developer, just somebody who thought, in 5 years from now, it's going to be pretty much the same as it is now. Maybe he'll get a few raises or something at his job, but that's pretty much it. And, and he was saying he hopes things will be better, but he wasn't really actively doing anything towards it. And I think that's just the way things are. So I think about this question a lot, because 5 years from now, that's going to be 2023. That seems like so much the future. We should have flying cars by 2023 in my mind, but it's just around the corner. I'm 46 years old and I'm getting to the point now where the years go by so quick. Like, they just go by so fast. And that if I take my eye off the ball, I will go into homeostasis and nothing will move and I won't do anything. And that's what scares me. So I think although in job interviews, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I always hated that question. It's a really good question. Not so much to ask a job candidate if you do interview somebody, although, ask them. Watch them squirm a little bit. It's not so much for that, but it's a good question to ask yourself. And it's something I think about all the time. Where am I going to see myself in 5 years? Where do I see myself even next year? What scares me is I'll still be working in the same office with the same company size, the same revenue, the same everything, but that's not the goal. The goal is to grow, to try new things, to build things out. I have a plan of what I have in my head. I'm not going to share those really. I'll share them with a few people, but not with everybody in public. But we all kind of have that. So how often do you ask yourself, where do I see myself in 5 years? And that's what's on my mind today. So, hey, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.